Well, our final speaker this morning is a past international president. He's been Toastmastering for 58 years. And Bob Blakeley is getting back into Toastmasters. He was out for a while because he's looking after his wife. But now he has some assistance, and so he's able to be on this on Sundays, and he's also able to get some evenings to himself. Bob is giving his number 2 speech from the Competent Communication Manual about organizing your speech. And he has a title on his speech called Pride. And one of the wonderful things that I know about Bob Blakeley is that in his term as president, he managed to reorganize the hierarchy in Toastmasters International so that the president was not the top of the heap. He was at the bottom supporting all the members. And I really respect that as something that I learned in Toastmasters over the years as well. So please welcome Bob Blakeley with his number 2 speech, Pride. Bob?
Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests. If I were to ask the question, how many of us are proud to be a Toastmaster, you probably would raise your hands. I can't see it, but I know you're there saying that. So I'd like to tell you a story about a Toastmaster in his first day in school. That's a long time ago. Timid, shy, and much afraid, I crouched in my chair while the teacher said, "We'll all rise, say the Pledge of Allegiance, and sing My Country 'Tis of Thee." I rose and piddled on the floor. She asked someone to take me to the boys' room, but she should have known it was too late. Well, for years, every time I heard that tune, I looked someplace for a restroom. Now contrast that lad with a tiger that you see here today, and then you'll know why I'm proud to be a Toastmaster. For years before we rebranded and set where leaders are made as our corporate theme, the international president set the theme for that year based on what the president thought should be emphasized. 1976, I set the theme, "Be proud you are a Toastmaster." Now, why? Well, first, it emphasized the pride a member has in belonging to an organization that's devoted to people helping themselves. It also stands for pride in the club and in our programs. But for a number of years, the board of directors tried to have the program focus only on speaking and eventually on academia. They hired 2 college professors to take a look at what we were doing with the thought we could get growth through the academic world. They changed the manuals to 15. Membership didn't buy it. We went back to 10. There was heavy emphasis on growth. And the reason for that is that we were going broke. We had just suffered through an economic recession and kept losing clubs. But in 1976, we were able to turn the tide. What we did is bring us back up to 3,200 clubs. Now that isn't impressive in today's line, but recognize we had been losing clubs for years. So 3,200 clubs after 6 years of loss. As a result, I asked the board to take another look at what we were doing. And we went to the membership and focused on the three benefits that I think were very important. The first was to look at confidence. This gift is probably the best of all three. It makes all others possible. And really what it said to our membership is, rekindle your belief in self. Belief in self is always possible. It makes things possible. But you have to have some confidence, and without that, nothing will be possible. But if you have confidence, everything is possible. The next item was competence. Now, every time that I would see a new Toastmaster change a path, maybe through experimentation or trying something new, I said to him, that person is going to be a great Toastmaster and will develop confidence. It always made me proud to see them. The third part of that trio was capacity. Now, most people don't stay long enough to realize that they have an opportunity to help other people, and so they don't stay with capacity. But when we find out that we have an opportunity to take care of our talents and abilities, anything is possible. Now, pride is very important. I used to talk to members about put on your pin. Show people you're a Toastmaster, because if you don't have your pin on and they don't know, you're just another face in the crowd. So pride was very important. Pride also was important in the sense that speeches were given on that subject just because that was our theme. It was something that meant something to the membership. And of course, many clubs started with the name of pride in their title. We help people a lot, but I want you to know that because I've been here with you for 5 months, I have a deep feeling of pride in this organization and will be the pride of the world. Mr. Toastmaster.